This system, it really blows the other online business models out of the water. It's just so good, and you're going to see that. It's going to reveal itself as we go through this call and you see how it works. But just to give you a quick preview, here are a couple of reasons, key reasons why this system's so amazing, why it's such a game changer for so many people. Number one is that you can earn money within a week with this system after launching your site. So it's extremely fast. Number two, you're building very high quality sites. These are sites that actually provide real value. That doesn't mean that these sites are hard to build. Quite the opposite. It's no harder to build a high quality site than it is a low quality site. It's just a different process. But you're going to be building these high quality assets that actually provide real value to people. And what that means is that your sites aren't going to be going anywhere because they're providing that value. They're going to be around for years, literally years, and that makes the system evergreen. That's what we call it when a system doesn't deteriorate. When you build an asset that maintains its value, that's an evergreen asset, and that's what these sites are. Also, these websites will pull in profits for you once you set everything up on complete autopilot for years. So it's a hands-free business model. It's going to enable you to create a real lifestyle business because you have a site that's making money that you don't need to maintain or worry about. Literally, that's what's possible with this system. I'm going to show you a site actually a little bit later on this call that I built back in, I think it was late 2005, early 2006, so around 10 years ago. And this site still makes money almost every single day on complete autopilot, and I don't touch it. I might as well just forget that I even have it in my portfolio. That's how automated and evergreen these sites are. It's truly amazing. Now, I find that, it's always good to take time and sit and just kind of think about your future. Think about what you want it to be. Think about what it could be, not what it is right now, but what could it be in your dreams. So let's do that now. Just imagine for a moment, and we're just going to take a couple seconds to do this. Just kind of close your eyes, sit quietly for a sec, and imagine for a moment, what if you had a website that earned you $10,000 per month or more? What if you only had to work 1 to 2 hours per day from home, and some days not at all? And what if there was no cap on your income because you knew all the avenues for scaling your earnings? Imagine that for a second. And I want you to imagine it because this is so within your reach. It's not far away at all. But this is why I call this system a game changer, life changing, because it gives you back your time. It gives you back your freedom. It gives you, financial security, but with that comes security and freedom over your own time so that you can start living life on your terms. And that's priceless. And that's what this system can give you. There's nothing else out there. But I thought what I'd do is show you just my tax return, just to show you my bottom line results. I'd show you a very legitimate document about my bottom line results for last year. So you can see a little bit over $1 million was brought in last year from my online business from these simple automated websites. And again, this came in during a year where I hardly worked at all. So the point of all this is that, this is about you, not me. This is about everyone who can benefit from this system, not just me. So the fact is, and I want you to know this, thousands of people from all over the world are using this exact system right now to make part-time and full-time incomes online. They came into my training, they learned it, they implemented it, and they've changed their lives. So I'm going to introduce you to a few of them right now because I want you to see that other people are doing this, other people are getting results with it. I'm hoping this inspires you and lets you see that this is real. So we'll go through this quickly as well, and then we'll dive into the how-to part of this so that you can see how it works. So first off, we'll look at William. So William worked a corporate job as well. He worked in the finance industry. He was laid off, and he needed a way to replace his income. So he came into my training, he applied it, and as he says there, things just worked. So he's now been able to replace his income. He's earning $7,700 per month on average, which he says is enough for me and my family to live on. So that's William. He's in the UK, by the way. So Joanna Amons, Joanna's here in, I think, Ohio in the US. And Joanna needed to find a way to stay home with her son for various reasons. So she came into the training. She quickly scaled up. As you can see, before her second month, she had already earned $1,000. She then scaled up and is currently earning $12,000 per month. She works 1 to 2 hours per day on average, unless she's launching a new project, which she says then she works 15 hours per week. So she's been able to quit her corporate job, get out of the office, and stay home with her son, and have a thriving business that gives her total freedom. Really, really amazing. Now, Stephen Cadlick. So Stephen, I've gotten to know really well, actually, and he worked at Kmart, actually, and he was working at Kmart. He decided he wanted something more. He wanted to make a change. He found my training, enrolled, implemented the system. He said not too long after, he was earning $5,000 per month, then $7,000, then $9,000. Then his income peaked at $18,000 per month and stayed consistent before he sold his site for a large sum. So I actually talked to Stephen a few months ago, and he'd sold his site for, I can't disclose the number, but a lot. And that's what's possible as well with this, because when you're building these assets, these sites that are evergreen, that have staying power, that are automated, people who know what they're doing see that value, and they're often willing to pay a hefty sum to buy your site. So that's an option for you as well. So just quick 3 case studies. Again, we have thousands of other people all over the world who literally have changed their lives with this. If there's time later, I'll introduce you to many more people, but there's a lot that we need to get going and get covered here. So again, the point of all this is that you can do it too. There's no prior training required, none. You can do this from anywhere in the world, anywhere, literally. It's extremely simple, as you'll see. There's only 3 steps, and it costs virtually nothing to get going. I mean, there's just nothing better than this business model. Now, as we go forward, I'll not only be showing you what to do, but I'll also be sharing some of my own real money-making sites on this call so that you can see how this works in the real world and literally just copy me. So I want to take it one step further beyond just how-to and beyond theory, and I want to show you one of my own sites, or several of my own sites actually, so that you can copy it. You can see how everything is actually glued together. And I find that I personally learn best that way. And I think it'll give you just a big shortcut so that you can just see it and do it. So let's actually take a look at the site I alluded to earlier. This is one of the first sites that I built with this formula. This is the site where I got it up and I was like, okay, I've really nailed it. This is the model. And I've just continued to implement this model since then and continually improved it. But this is the site. It's betafishcenter.com. Again, I built the site back in 2005, 2006. And it's a simple little site teaching people how to care for their betta fish, which is a type of pet fish that you can get in the fish store. So there's the site there. You can go check it out anytime you want. It's not going anywhere. But I do recommend staying tuned into the webinar. Maybe check it out later. But the site's online whenever you want to look at it. So a few quick things about the site. It's making $1,000 per month, and it has been for years on average. It's made that money, or it's made money nearly every single day since late 2005. It's a 100% autopilot site. I don't touch this site. I literally don't touch it. I may as well forget that I even own the site because the site is just there. It's in the background making money consistently. And that is typical. That's how this system works when you set it up properly. So I just wanted to share my first site with you. I'm going to share another case study site later on that's making a lot more money than this that we launched recently. And it's in a much bigger niche as well. So we'll talk about that site in just a bit. Now, I call these sites automatic selling machines. Okay, that's the word we're going to use to refer to these sites, or the phrase that we're going to refer to these sites going forward. And because that's what they are. They are automatic selling machines. You pump traffic into these sites, these sites convert that traffic into dollars, and it's that simple. You just drive as much traffic as you possibly can into them. So how do we create an ASM? How do we create an automatic selling machine? Well, there's really only 3 steps. It's very, very simple. Step 1 is to choose a niche. Choose a hot niche, a group of people who are having a problem and willing to spend money to solve it. Step 2 is to set up a conversion platform that works. Okay, a conversion platform is what's going to take your visitors and convert them into dollars. And then step 3 is to drive traffic into that conversion platform. And if you know how to do these 3 things correctly, you can't fail. You can't not do extremely well with this. So we're going to go through the correct way to do these things on this call. Now here's a diagram that represents how this system works. And if you just follow my mouse here, you can see here at the top, we're driving traffic into a website. Okay, this is our conversion platform. And one of the things we're going to be doing on the site is building an email list. Okay, we're going to be building a list of subscribers That's a core fundamental part of building a successful online business, is building a list. It's really important to do that. Your list is your engine. And then we're going to be sending out emails to our subscribers, and we'll be promoting affiliate products, meaning we'll be referring them to other people's products and collecting a commission for the sales that we make of other people's products. And that's the core of the system. Now, if you want to scale it, so that alone, that'll take you to 10K per month plus. If you want to scale, you can also add your own products, and that's what this arrow is referencing down here. So when you add your own line of products, you can go well beyond 10 figures or 5 figures per month. You can go to 6 figures per month. So down here we have emails also promoting a front-end product, a couple of upsells, and then taking people to a thank you page. So this is a representation of the full-fledged system where your traffic's going to a conversion platform and you're promoting affiliate offers and your own products. Okay. Now, I mentioned earlier I was going to share a couple of websites on this call, and the main site that we're going to be looking at is we'll call it our case study website. And this is a site that's making a significant amount of money now, and it's a relatively new site. It's one of the newer sites we've launched, and I'm going to show you the site, break it down, and look at how we did it. So a couple of quick bits of information. We started the site from scratch in April 2015. We hit 5 figures per month in July 2015. So less than 90 days later, we hit 5 figures per month in total automated income. And the site income continues to grow. In fact, it's accelerating. So here's the site. It's freelancewritingriches.com. Okay. And what you're looking at here is the blog portion of the site. Okay. So your site's going to consist of a couple different components. One's a blog. One component's a blog. You're also going to have an opt-in page. We'll look at those components going forward. But, again, what I've done here is I've found a niche, freelance writers, people who are interested in making money from their freelance writing, and I've built a helpful resource for them, a solution for them, something that provides information to them, and I'm doing that through my blog here. And then I'm also building a list. So this is our opt-in page. So on the blog, we also have a dedicated opt-in page that's just designed to collect email addresses. So here I'm giving away the ultimate LinkedIn client getting swipe file. That's basically a free report. When someone clicks that download now button there, that orange one in the lower right, they can opt in. Then they're part of our email list. And now we can really start to generate revenue, because when you have people on an email list, that's the key. That's when, that's one of the keys to internet marketing. That's when you can really start converting your visitors into dollars, is when you have them on that list. So here's the actual funnel, or the actual way that Freelance Writing Riches is set up. It's exactly the same, really, as what we looked at earlier. So essentially, it's just a little more specific. So it's specific to this site. So we have traffic, most of it coming from Facebook, also some of it coming from YouTube. I'm going to show you how we're getting that traffic from Facebook and YouTube a little bit later on in this call. We have traffic flowing into the site, and people are, getting value from the content, but they're also opting in to our list, and then they're starting to get emails. We're promoting affiliate products, such as this one, Real Writing Jobs, over here at ClickBank, and then we're also sending them through our own product funnel that we developed. Now, when we first launched the site, we didn't have a product funnel, and you don't have to have a product funnel. You don't have to ever create your own products with this model. But if you decide to add one, it will increase your revenue, but it's optional. So we have people, we started out by having people just pumping through Facebook into our list and then sending them to affiliate offers, and that was it. It's like just turning on the hose and the water flows. That's all you have to do. You turn on the hose, the traffic pumps through, converts into dollars, and that's how it works. Okay, but again, with this site, we do have our own product funnel. Now, here I just wanted to show you a quick look at earnings for this site within our ClickBank account. So here's a quick look. Let's actually zoom into the earnings there, and you can see the earnings for this site. Totally automated, well into the 5 figures now, growing. And this site we launched and got to this level within a little bit less than 90 days. Amazing. So I'm going to show you again exactly how to do that as we go forward. Now, just to emphasize again, because I don't want you to think you have to get into product creation. You certainly can, but you can do this as either a product owner or an affiliate. Or you can do it as both, like we do with Freelance Writing Riches. It's up to you. You can get to 5 figures per month, though, as just an affiliate. You don't have to become a product owner. So going back to the main blueprint, the main diagram, this is what it looks like if you're both an affiliate and a product owner. If we just chop off that bottom part, though, now what we're looking at is this is how it looks if you're just an affiliate. This right here, this is the 5 figure per month blueprint right here. This is it. Very, very simple. Okay. So let's go ahead now and let's implement this system together. Let's actually go through the exact blueprint now, and I'll show you step by step how to create one of these sites. And there's only 3 steps, okay? Finding a hot niche, launching your conversion platform, and driving traffic. That's it. It's just knowing how to do these things correctly. Now, a quick but very important note, okay? We're gonna go through the manual, also known as the slow way, to do all of this right now. You can call this the old school way because this is how you used to have to do it anyway. It was very manual. You had to kind of, doing things by hand is what I mean by manual, and doing things just kind of very slowly because that was the only way to do it. But you don't have to do it that way these days, not with what I can provide to you. So later on in this call, I'm going to show you how to do everything I'm about to show you in literally 1/10 the time using special software. It's not public software, it's private software I'll tell you about, and ready-made content, a ready-made content resource, so you don't have to create any of the content yourself. You could call this the modern way, okay? When you've got the software to launch your platform and the content, and the ready-made content, you can, talk about cutting time off of how long it takes to get one of these sites launched and making money. It's unbelievable. But we're gonna save that to the end because it's really important that you understand now how the system works at the fundamental level, to see the manual way to do it. That way, when you have the software and you have the content, you'll know how to make the most of it. So let's go through this. This is just going to be pure education. And, I think you're going to find this fascinating anyway, because when you see how all this works, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to see how it all fits together. And then when you have the software and the ready-made content, you can take it and just run with it and just crush it. So let's go through the steps now. Step 1 is to find a hot niche, okay? There's a lot of training out there on finding a hot niche. We're gonna go through the fast, easy way to do it. This does not need to be difficult. So first thing to understand is that hot niches fall into one of 2 categories, okay? There are premium niches, okay? These are the 10K to 100K per month profit potential niches. And then there's what I call secondary niches. These are 1K to 9K per month profit potential niches. Neither one is better than the other. They're just different. Premium niches have a higher profit potential typically because they're bigger. They're bigger markets. Secondary niches are typically just smaller. We're not worried about competition. Competition used to be more of an issue because there was a little bit more of a scarcity of traffic in terms of the best traffic sources that would suit this model. But with the emergence of platforms like YouTube, like Facebook, and some other traffic platforms that I'm going to talk about later, it's really leveled the playing field. It's not so much about choosing a low competition niche. It's about choosing a niche with lots and lots of buyers, lots and lots of motivation, passionate buyers. So, we'll go forward here and talk about what the premium niches are, what the secondary niches are, and then you can choose. So the premium niches, here's an actual list of them. These, again, are the 10K to 100K per month niches. So the first thing to understand is that there are really 3 categories where 95% plus of the money is being spent online: health, relationships, and money. Those are the categories. So under health, we have nutrition. That's a niche. That's an example of a premium niche. Dieting and fat loss, stress management, muscle gain, and so on. Under relationships, we have getting your ex back, dating for men, dating for women, saving your marriage. Under money, we have investing in trading, real estate, starting an online business, money mindset, and so on. And then there are several others. Okay, this is many of them, and there are several others though. Then we have secondary niches. Okay, these are the 1K to 9K per month niches. Dog training, cat training, organic gardening, aquaponics, woodworking, numerology, potty training, improving your singing voice, reading faster. These are all secondary niches. Difficult to scale too far into the 5 figures, but easily 1K to 9K per month markets. And there are many, many others out there, lots of secondary niches. So, when you're doing your market research, that's how you can kind of think about things. That's how you can kind of gauge how much you can make from a site. You ask yourself, after you do this two-step market research process, which I'm going to show you now, does this fall into the secondary niche category or the premium niche category? And then you can kind of figure out how much your site's going to make. Now, the way that I do market research is actually the opposite, or it's the opposite, you could say, from how most people do it. Instead of going out and trying to find an audience and determining, is that audience going to buy stuff? Are they passionate? Doing it that way. Instead, what I'll do is I'll find a hot selling product first. I'll go out and find a hot selling info product that's doing really, really well. And then when you do that, by default, you'll know who your audience is. Because if you have this product, for instance, that, let's say it's called How to Make Money Freelance Writing, well, and it's selling really, really well, then you know that there is a market, that there is an audience of freelance writers willing to spend money. Very simple. So we're going to do this now. We're going to go find a hot selling product, and then we're going to identify the audience who we're going to sell it to. And again, step 2 kind of just happens automatically when you implement step 1. So moving on, let's go over to ClickBank. Now, ClickBank is a key part of my business, and it's a key part of this system in general. For those who don't know, I know a lot of people on this call do, but for those who don't know, ClickBank is what's called an affiliate network. So they bring product creators together with affiliates, and they connect those two parties. So if you're a product creator, let's say you've created an ebook, you can list it in ClickBank. ClickBank will actually process all your orders for you, and they'll also put your product in what's called their affiliate marketplace. And then affiliates can come by and they can promote your product for you and make sales for you. And ClickBank will track the clicks, they'll track the sales, and they'll pay you, they'll pay your affiliates. They kind of take care of all of that stuff. And it's huge for product owners because you get tons of exposure through the affiliate marketplace, and you can get lots and lots of affiliates promoting you, and that can just really take your business to the next level. That's part of scaling. You don't need to do that to get to 10K. Again, what we're going to be, though, we're affiliates right now. Okay, that's how we want to start this process out, and how I recommend that you launch your first site is starting out as an affiliate, where you're going to ClickBank and you're looking through the affiliate marketplace for products that you can promote as an affiliate. Later on, you can become a product owner if you want and kind of flip that around where you have your own affiliates, but for now, you're an affiliate. So we're here at ClickBank, and what we're doing, again, we're looking for what are the best-selling products in the ClickBank marketplace. So let's go into the affiliate marketplace. And if we go in and look down the left, you'll see a bunch of different categories. At this stage, you can go into any category you want. I'm going to go into employment and jobs. And once I'm in employment and jobs, you can see that there are products now listed down the right. And if we zoom in, this is the number that we're interested in. That number there that's circled, that's called gravity. You can see that Real Translator Jobs has a gravity of 51, Real Writing Jobs, gravity of 41, Legit Online Jobs, a gravity of 23. So what does this mean? Well, gravity is a metric that ClickBank developed for us as affiliates so that we can understand how well these different products are selling. And I've come to understand through talking to ClickBank, because the definition that they put on their website of gravity is a little bit vague, but talking to ClickBank, what I've come to understand is that if you see a gravity of 51, what it basically means is that at least 51 affiliates have made at least one sale of the product in the last week or so. So it's a minimum, because it's only counting that first sale that a unique affiliate makes. It's not counting subsequent sales, but it's still a good measure because it gives you a benchmark and a basis of comparison to see how well a product is selling compared to other products in the marketplace. So for instance, if we zoom in, let's zoom in on this one. This is the one that we promote, one of the products we promote through freelance writing, which is Real Writing Jobs. It has a gravity of 41. So at least 41 other affiliates are already making money promoting this. And that's really useful information because we want to be promoting proven sellers. If there's all these other affiliates out there who are already making sales of this product, that means that it's going to be really, really easy to sell. It means it's a proven seller. People want to buy it. There is an audience for this, and it's really easy to sell because all these affiliates are already promoting it and having success. So gravity is such an easy thing to see, but it contains such a powerful message for us. It reveals which products and niches we should be focusing on. Now, there's actually a way to identify the top selling products in ClickBank instantly, and it's really simple. If you go back to ClickBank and go to Advanced Search in the upper right, you can click on that. You go to a page like this, set the category section to all categories because we're going to filter the whole marketplace here. And then what you want to do is show items with gravity higher than 19. So that's my cutoff. Okay, having done this for a long time, I can tell you, you want to stick with products that are 19 or higher. Those are the money niches. Those are the good ones. Okay, so those are the secondary and the premiums, higher than 19. So set that filter and click search. And what's going to happen is like 90+% of the marketplace is going to get weeded out. 8,000 plus products. And you can see here we're left with a subset of 245. So 245 winning products to choose from across a variety of premium and secondary niches. So now we can identify our niche. We know what niche to go into. We match the product we found back to a niche. So I found Real Writing Jobs, which is the product, selling really well, gravity of 41, well over 19, well over 20. And that means that the audience or the niche is freelance writers. It's just a common sense kind of conclusion that we hit. So if you find a product that is selling really well and it's about dog training, then you know that your audience is anyone who owns a dog and wants to get that dog trained. So that's how to go about choosing niches. Go where the money is, find those hot selling products, then you know who the audience is, and now build a resource for this audience to help them solve their problems and recommend products to them through that resource to make money as an affiliate. That's the whole model. Very, very simple. Now, how do you know if it's a secondary niche or a premium niche? Basically, you go to after you've chosen a hot selling product and you say, okay, this product is in this niche, then you just go back to that list of premium niches and see if it falls into one of those. And again, I'm going to give you a full list or tell you how you can access a full list of all the premium niches later on in this training. But if it falls into the premium niches list, it's a premium niche. If it doesn't, then it's a secondary niche, as long as that gravity is higher than 19. It's as simple as that. So that's it. That's how to find niches. If you go and you do this yourself and you just sit down, you're going to be able to do this in literally seconds. So you find that hot selling product, find that, locate that niche, try to match it up with a passion, try to choose a niche you're actually interested in so that you can make this a passion business. And then step 2 is to launch your conversion platform. In other words, launch your website. Okay, you're going to be launching the site that is going to convert those visitors that you're going to be getting into actual buyers. Now, again, what I recommend is launch your site as an affiliate, promoting the ClickBank product you found earlier, then add your own products later if you want. Get your site to 5K, 10K per month, just promoting a couple of different affiliate products, and then add your own products later if you want to go beyond that. And that's the fastest, easiest way to move things into profitability mode. So now the conversion platform itself is very simple. It's just, again, a matter of knowing how do you do it the right way. So there are 3 components of your conversion platform that you need to make it work properly. The first is a blog. The second is an opt-in page. And the third is an email follow-up sequence. Now the blog I call your trust generator. The opt-in page I call your lead generator, and the email follow-up sequence your revenue generator. Okay, so let's talk about these 3 things and why they work in conjunction so well. So in order to sell online and to have a business that is evergreen, you have to establish trust with your audience first. You have to make them comfortable, and you can do that through providing solid content. So that's the purpose of your blog. A lot of people, they'll just set up an opt-in page and they'll drive traffic to that opt-in page. That's step 2 there on the slide. And some people will opt in, so they'll start building that list. But even people who opt in, they never fully have that trust. They might opt in and they might go through your email sequence, and some of them might buy something, but your site's never really going to take off if you just have an opt-in page. You've got to have that blog too that you send traffic to first, and that warms your audience up. Okay, through providing value and good content, you warm someone up, and then when you ask them to opt in to your list, that relationship is solid, and they're going to listen to you now. Okay, the dynamic's been set. They're going to read your emails. They're going to buy the products you recommend. So that's the purpose of the blog. Generates trust. The opt-in page is to collect those leads into your list, and that's where you want them. And then when you send out emails, that's how you're going to be generating your revenue, because that's how you're going to promote your products, is through your email follow-up sequence. So again, going back, here's a look at the Freelance Writing Riches blog. This is a WordPress-based blog. Again, at the end of the call, I'm going to show you how to launch your whole conversion platform literally in minutes, okay, using special software. But again, these are the components for now. So Freelance Writing Riches is the blog. This is the trust generator. Here's our opt-in page on the site. This is the second component. This is the lead generator. Someone clicks that link, a pop-up comes up, and they can join our list. And then when they join our list, they start going through an automated email sequence, okay? So this is another key part of the system. So when someone joins that list, they start receiving emails. And what we do is we always set up a 10 to 14 day automated email sequence at first to kick things off. And when someone joins, they get 1 email per day for those 2 weeks. And it's during those 2 weeks that we see all of our conversions for the products that we're recommending. Now, a key to making your automated email sequence work is you want about 40% of your emails to be selling and about 60% to be content. That's the magic ratio. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. They think, if I set up a blog and I've got that content, that's all I need. Now when someone joins my list, I can just send them selling emails over and over and over. And what that's going to do is burn your list out. You've still got to maintain a balance between content and selling, even after someone joins your list. Now, we have been so persistent, so diligent about nailing down this automated sequence because this is your revenue generator. And we've come up with something now. We've hit upon something that is just so powerful and so precise. So at the end of the call, I'm also going to tell you how you can get access to our exact master templates that can be used for any niche. You can take these, they are proven, you can plug them in to your ASM, your automatic selling machine, and they will convert for you. So you don't have to write any of the selling emails yourself. You don't have to write any of the content emails yourself. So let's just look a little bit more closely at how this works so you really understand it. I'm logged in now to my email marketing service provider. Okay, this is the service that's connected to my site that's collecting leads and actually sends out the emails for me. So you're going to have one of these two. I use Pinpoint for Freelance Writing Riches. You can use Aweber, you can use GetResponse. There's several good ones out there. But what you're looking at there circled in red, those are the actual emails that are pre-queued and they go out automatically day after day after someone joins my list. And it's 40% selling, 60% content. Now, key thing, because I'm using that word selling. And, when I use that word, I notice sometimes that, people's reaction to it is, I don't want to sell. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to, that doesn't feel right. I totally understand that because I'm the exact same way. I don't want to sell either. And so that word though, selling, I'm just using it to explain a concept. What you're really doing is recommending. So keep that in mind. You don't have to write, I'm going to give you the pre-written templates later anyway, but you don't have to write, even if you had to write them from scratch, you're not writing hypey, salesy, go, rah, 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 manipulative text in order to get someone to buy something. You're simply recommending a product that you think will help them. So it's a totally different frame. Remember, you're finding a problem, you're building a helpful resource for people to help them solve that problem, and you're recommending products to them that will help them get to their solutions faster. That's it. So it's more of a recommendation style tone. Hey, I found this product, I vetted it, it looks really good, I think it could help you, here's a link, go check it out. It's more like that. So that's another great thing about this system. You can feel good about it, you don't have to do any selling. So there's the pre-queued emails. Let's take a look really quick here at one of the content emails. Okay, so content email is simple, solid but basic content, 150 to 250 words. Just wanted to show you what it looks like. There's no links. It's just, in this case, it's a helpful tip on how to use Text Broker, to make money as a freelance writer. Now this is one of our recommendation or selling emails. It's a little bit different. It's saying, hey, I've found a great product. I think you're really going to get a lot of value from it. And you put your affiliate links or links to your own product inside that email. And here, I could send someone, for instance, to my own product, or I could send someone to an affiliate product. Either way. Okay, so that's it. And these emails, when you put them in the right order and you have that correct ratio of 40%, 60%, and you write them the right way, you'll have that revenue generator humming along and just cranking out sales for you. Now, step 3 is to drive traffic. And I know a lot of people have been waiting for the traffic part. Traffic is, man, it's so easy these days because of the resources that we have available to us to drive traffic, the platforms, namely Facebook and YouTube. So those are the ones I'm going to focus on today in this call, because that's where we're getting 90+% of our traffic these days is Facebook and YouTube. But we also get traffic from some additional sources too, and I'll talk about those as well later. But we're really going to focus on Facebook and YouTube, because that's all we're doing is we're driving traffic now. Once you've set up your conversion platform in a great niche, you just start driving traffic, as much of it as you can. People join your list and go through your revenue generator, and you make money. So what I'm going to show you here is a really unique, really cool way to actually combine Facebook with YouTube. And when you combine them, it has this magnifying sort of explosive effect. It's like 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 in this case. 1 + 1 equals 10 when you combine and integrate these two traffic channels. So I'm going to show you a really cool way to do this. That said, you don't have to use both. You can just use one or the other. Yeah, I would recommend starting with Facebook, and you can build a hugely successful site with just Facebook. You can also do the same with just YouTube. But I'm going to show you how to combine them anyway, because that's, if you work towards that, that's the ultimate. So let's start with Facebook. And again, this is where you can start and have a great profitable site. So I'm going to show you kind of a unique way that we get traffic from Facebook that most people aren't using. Most people are just setting up ads on Facebook right now, okay? And they're sending traffic from Facebook straight to their website. But we do it a little bit differently. Instead, we set up a fan page. We build fans first, and then we redirect those fans back out to our website, and we build our list that way. The benefit of that is when you build fans first, number one, it's super inexpensive to build fans. It's one of the cheapest forms of advertising on Facebook. Number two, when you build fans, you have an opportunity to interact with them a little bit. And when you do that, it warms them up. Everything is about temperature online. When you warm someone up and then send them to your website, now they're receptive. You've changed their frame of mind, and now they're more likely to opt in. They're more likely to click on links. They're more likely to buy what you recommend. So that's why this particular technique works so well. Now, stepping back a bit here, why Facebook? Well, Facebook, something to understand, Facebook has come along and they've revolutionized traffic for everyone. Facebook, we all know how popular Facebook is. It's almost impossible to avoid Facebook these days. Billions of people are using it, over 1 billion people. That number is quickly growing. And what Facebook's come along and done is they have made traffic so easy to get and so inexpensive that anyone can come along and get pretty much as much traffic as they want with a few clicks of a mouse. And this is exciting to me. I worked at Overture back in 2003 when clicks were penny clicks and everything was just kind of in the glory days. And I remember that. And that was a golden age. It really was. But what we're in now, it's even more of a golden age. This is the golden age, in my opinion, because I haven't seen anything like this come along since 2003. Facebook's come along, though, and they're providing us with an opportunity to build such an amazing business with their traffic. Clicks are cheap. There's an abundance of traffic. Facebook caters to the small business, so they have our best interests in mind. Google AdWords came along, and their clicks are so expensive now. It's almost impossible to play the AdWords game because of how expensive it is. But Facebook, different ballgame. But you should act on it now. Act on it now while there's so much opportunity. And this is how you can go about doing it. So what we'll do is after we launch our ASM, I'll set up a Facebook fan page. It takes just a couple of seconds to set up. As you can see for this page, Freelance Writing Riches, we've got over 80,000 likes. We've turned 20,000 plus of those likes into subscribers of our email list. Now, if you put that into perspective in terms of money, here's the deal. Typically, if you build your list the way I'm going to show you, a list subscriber will be worth about $1 per month for you. $1 per month in your business. So if you build a list of 10,000 subscribers, that's $10,000 per month. If you build a list of 20,000 subscribers, you should be making about $20,000 per month. So we've been able to build a list of about 20,000 subscribers here, and that $1 per subscriber number tends to play out consistently across most niches. So there's two ways to build likes. The fastest way is to use Facebook ads. Super cheap, super fast. The slower way, it's totally free, but it's a bit slower, is to cross-promote other pages. You can do either one. I'm going to show you how to do the ads one here because this is the one that you can get going with the fastest. And I'll show you an example of how to do this. So this particular ad resulted in 31,000 plus likes at about 6 cents for our CPM, as you can see on the right, which is about 1,000 impressions. I think it's 1,000 impressions. Unbelievably cheap traffic, unbelievably cheap likes that we're getting. And there's the ad, as you can see. And that red part, all it is it's a heart. We found a very basic heart image. And our ad, as you can see, says freelance writing riches. Like freelance writing, learn to like to learn how to earn income as a freelance writer. Someone clicks that like button, they become a fan of our page. That's it. That's how like ads work. So you go to Facebook, you tell Facebook who you want to target, people interested in freelance writing. You show your ad to them, they become fans of your page. And once they become fans, you have them engaged. Okay, and you can interact with them and use the rest of this technique. So you can start funneling them over to your site. And I'll show you how to do this. The first thing to do is make sure that your platform, your Facebook fan page, has the what I call foundational elements in place. Okay, these are little things that you can do to maximize your traffic. So number one, in your Facebook header graphic, make sure you have the URL of your site somewhere so people can see it. Make sure to add a sign up button here in your Facebook graphic. You can do that in your Facebook backend. When someone clicks this, they'll go over to your website. And then down in the About section, make sure you've put links to your blog and to your blog and to your opt-in page. So those are just those what I call secondary or foundational or supporting factors for your page. Now, the main way you're going to be driving traffic is through posting to your timeline, okay? And what you want to do here, there's 3 different types of posts that we make. And we just do this consistently. We make at least 1 post per day, sometimes 2. And the first type of post is going over to your blog. So here's an example of that. So we say, hey, we have this blog post. We think you'll enjoy it. It's about XYZ. Go check it out. This is an example of building trust, of warming your audience up, giving them some value. And of course, as a fan of your page, someone's going to see this show up in their own Facebook account. And they're going to go over to your blog and they're going to start becoming attached to you. The second type that we post is just image. We make image posts. And we use a simple tool. You might want to jot this down. It's called Canva. Canva is a free tool where you can create these little images in a couple of seconds, literally. So we'll find a quote, we'll put it on an image, we'll brand it there, as you can see. And we do these because people love them on Facebook. They get shared a lot, they get liked a lot. And what that does is it spreads your post through the Facebook network. And now your likes and your fans will start growing organically as people start sharing this. So these are easy and they get lots of shares and they grow your fan base. And then the third type is to send people straight to your opt-in page. So we'll just rotate between these 3. We'll rotate between these 3 on an ongoing basis. And this is how we've built this massive list and how we do it in all our different websites with Facebook and our fan page. So by the way, you can automate all of this. So if I were to scroll up at the top of your Facebook page, there is a link. It's called Facebook Scheduled Posts. You'll see it in Facebook. You can go in there and you can load up all of your posts for the entire month. You can load up your posts for the next 3 months. Tell Facebook exactly when to drip feed them out, and Facebook will do it. So you can completely automate this traffic source. Now you've got your likes being pumped in through your ads. You've got your posts automatically posting to your fan page, showing up in people's news feeds. People are reading, clicking, heading over to your site, joining your list, and going through your ASM and turning into dollars. That's how it works. So amazing, just amazing what Facebook's allowed us to do. Now let's transition over to YouTube. YouTube is, it's close with Facebook, but it's, kind of a close second, I would say, as far as being my favorite traffic source. Now, a lot of people, they hear the word video, especially, if you're new to internet marketing. I know it can sound intimidating. You hear the word video and you think, oh, that's just something I don't want to deal with because there's probably too much to it and I don't want to tackle that right now. You know what? Video, a lesson I've learned, video is so powerful and it's so easy. I'm going to explain a formula you can use where you don't even have to create your own videos, and you can still harness and get the most out of them. And so we're going to go through YouTube, and then I'll show you how to connect your YouTube account to your Facebook account and create an explosive sort of mutually beneficial effect between both of these channels. Now let's shift gears here to mix things up. Let's go back to Beta Fish Center. Okay, and I'm going to show you the YouTube channel for Beta Fish Center. If we go back, this is our blog for Beta Fish Center, component number 1. That's our trust generator. Here's our opt-in page. This is our lead generator. And now we've got our YouTube channel. So as you can see, our YouTube channel for Beta Fish Center has about 250,000 views. And that's a lot. I mean, this is a pretty small secondary niche. This is not a premium niche. It's a secondary niche. But this is what's possible with YouTube. You can get so much traffic from YouTube because their traffic platform is just so huge. So what we're doing here is we're driving traffic from our channel. We're also driving traffic from our individual videos back to our trust generator and back to our lead generator pages. So going back, first thing, get your supporting factors in place. Just like you do with your Facebook page, you can see there in the top graphic, we've got our website URL listed. Also there, we've got in this tab that you can set up in YouTube, a link back to our site. And then we've also linked to social media. Primarily, you want to link to your Facebook page over here. All just supporting factors. So that's it for your channel. Then you want to optimize each video. So doing that's easy as well. After you've loaded your video up, in the About section or the description section, you put a link back to your page, back to your opt-in page or your blog. And then at the end of each video as well, you want to put a quick call to action to go check out your site, just like I've done here. That's it. Now, that's all there is to it with YouTube, by the way. Now, let's talk really quickly about video creation. What if I told you you could get a video created for less than $50, you didn't have to do any of the work yourself, and it would result in thousands of visitors coming to your site over the next couple months? Would you have a video created? Would you start a YouTube channel? That's what we're talking about here. So here's what I do. I'll go over to Fiverr.com, okay? Fiverr.com. That's an outsourcing platform. And I'll find usually 3 different people. And I'll find person number 1 will write the video script. I'll say, look, I want a 5-minute video on, beta fish diseases. So they'll write the script. Then I'll have somebody take that script and turn it into a really nice looking PowerPoint, because I'm not really a PowerPoint guy. You shouldn't have to fiddle with PowerPoint either. So have someone turn it into a really nice PowerPoint. What you're looking at here is a PowerPoint video right here. And then take that and go to person number 3 and say, okay, I'd like you to record audio over the PowerPoint now and send me back an MP4 file. That's it. So someone with a nice recording voice will opt for that job, and you'll pay. Usually I'll pay a little bit less than $50 for a single video. That's it. People love these educational PowerPoint style videos, and you can start loading them up like crazy. Whatever your budget allows, load them up to your YouTube channel. I think we've only have like 15 or so videos on our Beta Fish YouTube channel and 250,000 views from those videos. So, we really should be adding more. And the more you add, the more traffic you'll get. Now, here's the deal. Here's how to really make YouTube explode. So I'm back over here on my Facebook page, and this is the Facebook fan page for Beta Fish Center. Same thing we did with Freelance Writing Riches. What I've done there is set up a custom tab. There's a tool you can use, it's called Thunderpenny, and that'll allow you to set up a custom tab in Facebook that shows up there. When someone clicks it, what it'll do is it'll pull in your entire YouTube channel with all your videos, and it'll display it right there in Facebook. So people don't have to leave Facebook to watch your videos. You can also, by the way, post links to your videos from your timeline as well once you have your YouTube channel up. So what's that going to do? What it's going to do is it's going to get you a lot of views on your videos, as you can see right here. Views are important because views are the juice. Views are what YouTube looks at when they're ranking videos. What they're primarily looking at is which videos are getting the most high quality, legitimate views, and those videos typically get ranked the best in the YouTube search engine and in Google as well. So by getting your videos in front of your Facebook fans, you're going to get a spike in views. You're going to get legitimate views, which YouTube is tracking. And you don't need that many. I mean, look here, 21,000 views. You don't need that many views. And what's going to happen is your videos are going to shoot up and basically become super glued to the top of YouTube and Google. And then you start getting even more views because people go to YouTube, they search for popular keywords like this one. Beta fish disease is one of the most popular keywords in my entire niche. These are 3 of our videos right here, super glued to the top. So people are typing this in, they're finding it in YouTube, they're watching it, views continue to go up. And as those views continue to go up, my rankings continue to increase. So you're creating a sort of self-perpetuating view cycle that increases your views and improves your rankings and it accelerates your traffic. So here in Google, also I've typed in betta fish diseases, and you can see our videos showing up near the top here. So this is a shortcut, a loophole to getting ranked in Google, because getting an actual blog, like a content-based blog, ranked in Google these days, it can be really challenging. Even in niches that are secondary, it can be challenging because the Google search engine is unpredictable. But YouTube is easy. Google wants to show videos. They want to show videos in their results. So optimize a video for YouTube and by default get a top ranking in Google. It's that easy. And you know, if you haven't heard, getting a top ranking, just one top ranking in Google, can completely revolutionize your business because there's so much traffic at Google and it's such high quality traffic. Now at this stage, you know, we've gone a long way. And again, if you just use Facebook or you just use YouTube, you can go all the way to 5 figures. But you can also combine them, like I just showed you. You can also add multiple traffic or additional traffic sources beyond this. Okay. So that actually takes me to scaling to 6 figures per month. How do you take what you've done at this stage and scale it up to 6 figures per month? There's really just 3 simple ways to do it, 3 checkpoints. The first way is through your own products, which we've talked about throughout this call. You get your own products created, listed in ClickBank, and then you have affiliates promoting you now through ClickBank. So that alone is often enough to double or triple your income. More traffic is number 2, so branching out now beyond Facebook and YouTube. Also, just adding more YouTube videos, adding more Facebook fans, accelerating those traffic sources and adding more. And then also number 3 is what I call enhanced list marketing. And that's just, it's getting more value from your list, extracting even more value. And there's many ways to do that. So here's a look at the actual funnel for Freelance Writing Riches. This is what I mean by your own products. So we've got our main site here. This is our blog and our opt-in page. And then branching off from that, we've got our front-end product, which is a $7 product on how to get more clients. And then we take people through a funnel. This is a more expensive, full-fledged training course for freelance writers, 2 different upsells, and a confirmation page. So you can set up your own product-based funnel like this if you want. That's an option for scaling. The second option is more traffic. So we talked about Facebook, YouTube, and Google, the big 3, and how to do that intelligently, how to maximize those traffic sources. But I also love Yahoo Answers. I love Quora. I love affiliate traffic. I love forums, and I love guest blog posts. So those are 5 additional traffic sources that we tap into on a regular basis beyond these 3 if we want to scale. Not mandatory, but if we want to scale. Number 3 is enhanced list marketing. So again, what this refers to is getting the most out of your list, maximizing value from your list. And you can really only implement enhanced list marketing techniques if you're a product owner. So if you have your own products. If you're just promoting affiliate products, it's pretty cut and dried, pretty straightforward. You send out an email, you say, hey, go check out this product, and you send someone over to that product page. That's really all you can do. But when you have your own products, you have a lot more control over how you position them. So one of the things you can do is what's called an LTO. It's a very common enhanced list marketing technique. It stands for limited time offer. So you can take one of your products, for instance, discount it for 50% off for 72 hours, and send emails, with a countdown-based email campaign sequence. So you're creating scarcity, you're creating urgency, and that has a lot of power. Okay, that's where you can see a huge spike in sales. So you can run these types of list marketing techniques frequently, these enhanced marketing techniques. So LTOs, various different kinds of sort of enhanced campaigns like this for really maximizing value. But again, maximizing revenue. But again, it's really for if you're a product owner. So those are really the 3 ways to scale up. Not difficult, very straightforward, in fact, and extremely powerful, but also optional. Okay, so stepping back here for a bit, I hope that you're seeing the power of this business model. You've just seen a real 5-figure per month case study that was scaled to that level in less than 90 days. This is a single website. It's a 100% automated website. So this is a automated business once it's set up. And you've also heard from other students who have achieved similar results with this system. So How many sites do you think you would need to hit your income goals? The fact is, you really only need one to make very, very good income. Again, you can scale one to $10,000 per month. You can scale one to $100,000 per month. And that's nice. You can just build one of these assets and just focus on that one site and, again, completely change your life. So the time really to get your ASM up and running is right now. It's easier than ever before to implement this business model because for many reasons. Number one, again, we've continually refined this system and made it better and better and better as time's gone on. We've developed unique software tools that, again, I'm going to tell you how you can get access to in just a few minutes, along with ready-made content, so you can get your business off the ground in days, literally. We're talking days, and scaled to 5 figures per month in 60 to 90 days. Also, traffic is the way you can get traffic now is revolutionary. Facebook has come along, YouTube has come along, and they've made getting traffic so easy. So right now really is the golden age for this system, and you can swoop in and take advantage of it. And you can get on the track to completely changing your life and not waiting long to see those changes. We're talking weeks. So you really have two paths that you can go down at this stage. You can go it alone. That's path number one. This is doable, but it takes time, and it can take its toll in terms of how difficult it can be in general. So this is what I did. I went it alone. After my Overture income was wiped out, I never really found an exact system or exact course or an exact coach to follow who just showed me exactly what to do. So my journey was 2 years. And it was fraught with frustration. I mean, I was working a full-time job. I was working, 50 plus hours per week with commutes and everything. We know how these full-time jobs work. And I would just work on my internet business in my spare time whenever I could find it. And again, it was always 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes I felt like throwing in the towel, but I did stay persistent, and eventually it did work out. So if you are persistent, it will work out for you too. But path number 2, which is definitely the optimal way to go, is to piggyback off of someone who has gone before you. And what this involves is a straightforward 60 to 90 days to a business that literally sets you up for life. So we're talking about cutting your learning curve here from years to weeks, getting access to training and tools and software that accelerate your results and shave all of that frustration off of the process, so that you can get down to getting your business set up and freeing up your time and changing your life.